Hey guys, I'm not promoting any brand right here, but by seeing this bottle, you know what kind of fragrance I'm about to review today. So, this is it, and this will be a first impression video on a DS Durga fragrance called Spirit of the Glen. So that's why I showed you the boozy bottle of whiskey that I had laying around. Of course, they say there's no whiskey in here, but I must conclude otherwise by smelling it on my wrist. This definitely has a boozy quality, which reminds me a lot about some other fragrances as well. But let's just get into the notes right here. Um, and I have to read them because I'm not familiar with the fragrance. So the top notes are pear leaf and chamomile. Middle notes are oak, chamomile, and hay. And the base notes are malt, coal, woody notes, and white wine. Now, um, I sprayed this about 15 to 20 minutes ago. So this is the impression of the opening. And I must say, it smells really nice. Um, Not nice in a way that is very commercial or very people pleasing, but nice to me as a fragrance fanatic. So it's not very daring, but it is interesting. The notes in the opening are not common. Um, Fragrantica lists the malt, which is basically in the base, which shouldn't be present right now, but Fragrantica lists it to be one of the strongest notes in the composition, and I must say it is definitely there right from the start. So I don't think I would have said it smells malty if I hadn't read the notes. I think I would have went with boozy, and I think I would have definitely said that it was some sort of whiskey note. So they definitely chose the right name for this one. Spirit of the Glen, I think, is a very nice name for this fragrance, as it definitely has an alcoholic quality to it. It is not strong, it's not sharp or in your face. It kind of reminds me of a Terry Mugler fragrance called Pure Malt, which a lot of you are already familiar with. However, smelling Spirit of the Glen, this boozy quality is a lot more natural off common. It definitely feels a lot more genuine than in Pure Malt, which is a very nice fragrance as well. But Pure Malt is, to me, very synthetic, and in this fragrance it feels very, very natural, very rich and authentic, and I really appreciate them for putting this much quality in the notes. So there you go, a lot of booziness in the opening. It's a little sweet as well, and that's probably the chamomile. It also calms down the composition. It gives it a very suitable, comforting feel to it. Like I said, it's not offensive. It won't burst your bubble or annoy people when you smell like this. Excuse me. Fragrance came out in 2013, and they say it is for men and women, and I can definitely relate to that. Um, I think both men and women can wear this easily. This is the type of fragrance that is so particular that it all depends on the wearer's skin. How you feel towards this fragrance is much more important than what the creator intended it to be. So if you feel like you are looking for something that has a boozy quality and it has to be charming and interesting, then definitely check out this fragrance. Um, What else is there in the opening present? I instantly thought about some woods as well, and seeing, of course, in the notes that they have listed oak. Yeah, oak it is. Woody notes oak. Um, that was an instant confirmation for me that my nose was right about this one. It has a woody backbone, but it is a soft wood. It is not very. It's not too strong. It just blends very well with that boozy quality from the malt and the hay. Um, because of course, yeah, thinking about whiskey and booze, this stuff also is stored in oak cases, so it's perfect blend if you ask me. How does this thing perform? As of now, having it on my skin for, like I said, 15-20 minutes, by now a little bit longer, it isn't projecting all that much. I must say it is pretty average in projection. Sillage, I think is decent, um, but the smell is excellent. So I will leave it some time, see how it develops, and report back on this one in a couple of hours. See you then. Hey, what's up? Nah, seriously, guys. Back to do the final update on this Spirit of the Glen by DS Durga first hands-on impression video, and I must say I'm pretty pleased with it overall. I took it for the ultimate test for performance, and I wore it to the gym. So I'm pretty cold-blooded usually. I tend to do some activity daily to get my blood flowing. And but going into the gym is a really nice test for me to see how a fragrance performs, because when you give it a lot of heat, it's easy for a fragrance to disappear fast. So this one, given the fact that on Fragrantica it doesn't get good rates, people say it's pretty weak, it's not performing that well. I was kind of scared at first, but I must say it formed a really nice scent bubble during my 1 hour of activity, and even afterwards. It was still present after a shower. It's still present right now. So it's pretty nice to see that the quality of the ingredient used is really nice. It lasts definitely 6+ hours, which is really decent. It's really nice. And projection, like I said, it needs a little bit of heat, this fragrance. So although these notes kind of make you think that it's perfect for the winter and fall, and which it is, I would say this probably would be a nice choice for spring and summer as well. And in the amount of sprays department, I would say definitely 4+ sprays. I applied 3 sprays and it did well, but it could be even better. I would say 5 to 6 sprays and you're good to go. Of course, this is a pretty expensive fragrance. You pay about €150 for a 50 ml bottle, so you would have to make a decision if it's full bottle worthy. I think it is if you're really into this kind of fragrance, because creation itself is pretty unique. There's not too many fragrances with this kind of boozy quality to it, and if they are, they tend to be a little bit synthetic most of the time. So of course, that's my impression. Maybe you found something else that's really nice as well. But all in all, I would give this fragrance a solid 7.5 out of 10, maybe 8. Depends. I'm not. It didn't rock my world, but I enjoyed wearing it, and I still enjoy it. If I move around a little bit, I can still smell it. However, it came pretty close, so people would have to stand really close to you to really smell this one. But given the fact that it's been 6 hours, I went to the gym and I showered, that's not too shabby either. Scent development was pretty linear, but it's not a bad thing if you're into that kind of experience. It did get a little bit more woody and a little softer during the dry down, but you get probably around 90% of the same experience that you have in the opening during the dry down. So that's really nice. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So all in all, great fragrance. I want to get to know what you think of it. Maybe you tried it and you liked it or you didn't. Let me know in the comment section down below. And as usually, um, thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye, guys.